Welcome back to another Habs Nation Podcast Show with the hockey coach, Go Coach franchise directly for beautiful country at Talent on amazing, great Monday night, March 18, 2024, the beginning of another week in March. And not many games tonight, only 2 games on the program in NHL. It is what it is, but we're going to go through the Montreal Canadiens chat and talking tonight because I want to talk about the compete level is impressive for the Montreal Canadiens. You know I love the number, so I'll give you a little bit more the number of what Montreal did so far since the beginning of the season. Then I'm going to talk about some news around the Montreal Canadiens. Yes, David Rebacker. Yes, Martin Saint-Louis. And we're going to talk about other things. The lack of offensive Montreal Canadiens. I'm going to go about the draft picks 2024 for the Montreal Canadiens. What are you looking for? And of course, I'm going to answer to all your questions. A little bit overview tonight, the NHL also standing playoff trophies, a little bit all over the map tonight. So not only about the Montreal Canadiens, I would love to hear from you guys. What are you impressive, not only about the Montreal Canadiens, but maybe a specific team, and who's going to finish strong the last couple of weeks of the season? We are approximately, guys, less of 1 month of the of the remaining of the season. And honestly, most of the team are at least about 15 game remaining for the rest of the season. So again, will be interesting what could happen in the standing. You have a couple of spots that's fun division. We talk about New York Rangers, Carolina example. If the Flyers can hang in there all the way to the end, or they have a push of the Islanders Capitals right now over the Pittsburgh Devils on the Metropolitan Division, or the Atlantic is going to be a fight between Boston and Toronto. And then we know Florida and Boston, I apologize. Toronto is going to hang in there at the third. But again, the Detroit Red Wings. Big loss for the Buffalo Sabres on the weekend. That pushed back a little bit farther to catch up with the Detroit Red Wings. This is another one we have to look. On the Western Conference, guy, is the Vegas Golden Knights and at the Kings right now at the one of the two teams on the wild card. Can one of them can finish strong this season? The Vegas struggled for the last couple of weeks. And then, of course, the Edmonton Oilers hanging there for the second position. And the Vancouver Canucks are the number one. On the Central Division, wow, what a race between Winnipeg, Dallas, and Colorado. This is going to be an amazing, great playoff again. The first round, 16 teams going to make it for season number 2 of the year. And then we'll see which one's going to go all the way to the end. So then what about the race for the MVP, the race of the scoring in NHL, McKinnon, Kucherov, and McDavid? Can he come back? The trophy, Norris, the defenseman, you go with Kel McCall, Quinn Hughes, the goaltender. Are you going to be with Buck? Are you going to go with from Zorokin, not Zorokin, but from the Toronto. I'm looking for the Boston Bruins goaltender over there. And then finally, the Calder. Is it all the way done with Connor Bedard or the defenseman for the Minnesota Wild? Well, Faber have a chance to get that one. So that's what's going to happen tonight. So it's not a fun Friday night, but it's a bit the same template. I'm just going to go with the flow, and hopefully we can hang in there. And then tonight we have the comeback, turn back the clock. I don't know what kind of the description I can call this, the turn back the clock. We're going to go to give you another video of the old time. You have to give me the 5 player on the ice for that team. Going to do this about an half hour to 1 hour. Anyhow, guys, we're going to have a lot of people in the chat. Sebastian is already in the chat tonight. Sebastian, thanks to be with our Canadian show. Welcome back. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. That'd be awesome. Sebastian gave us a little bit information about what's going on with the Montreal Canadiens. The Shark is in the house. I will be at the Sharks practice tomorrow morning, and I maybe make some Sharks players. Definitely Sharks you're going to get. Grona, I believe Grona is an ex-Denver Pioneer goaltender. Big John goaltender for that. Claude Richard is in the house tonight. Claude, thanks to be with our Canadian show. I appreciate that you start by tonight from Ontario, dans la belle province, and directement, of course, of the I'm going to get this, guys. My I don't know why. Sometimes the bold should be a little bit better. Can go if we get that one better. Here we go. One more step. We're going to get the. There we go. It's not complicated. Sometimes it's complicated. It's okay. It's okay. Thanks again with us. Mr. Inartap is in the house tonight, the co-host of the weekly recap and, of course, of the locker room report. Thanks for being with us. Notre ami Steve is in the house. Talk about Magnus Corona. Here we go. Talk about him. Patrick LeWhite is in the house tonight. Folks, bet on the night. Here we go. Washington won the first period for 3-2. 7 minutes to go. Score is even. Patrick, good luck for that bet tonight. Roy back in the house. Good morning, Roy. Happy Tuesday. 8 o'clock OM. 8 a.m. Here we go. RJ Calabro is in the house tonight. Dimitri Kilikov for the Panthers got suspended 2 games after they hit the forward corner Sherry at the head. Kulikov out for 2 games for the Panthers. What about our friend Peter August is in the house? The Brazil one, they have the worst plus minus the league at minus 50. Because if you compare last season, Peter, for this season, you're going to realize that the compete is better compared last season. And you have to go for 2 years ago. So every year they're increasing the number of the point and the standing. They're still behind a 7 point right now with 15 games to go to reach the 68 point from last season. But if you compare the compete level where they have more game with a goal differential of 1, most of the 50 games you're going to see that they have 13 loss plus 3 goals, Peter. And of those games, some of them are 5 or 6 goals. So we have a PB, an average about, I will say to you, 10% of the game this year, they was really not there. Or maybe less, maybe where they lost by 6 goals, 5 goals. It does make the goal differential. I will give to you 56% of the game. Montreal Canadiens, they lost by 1 goal or they win by 1 goal. For me, that's called compete. That's the next level is impressive for that part over there. For you, maybe, Peter, you're looking about the goal differential that under the way. But hopefully, my number tonight will maybe give you a little bit an idea what the progression, the development of Montreal Canadiens as a team and as a players is getting better. And this is what we're looking for as hockey Montreal Canadiens fans. For you is in the house. Welcome back in the house tonight. I have a 37.1 goal game this year. 37 1 goal, 27 more goal, and we're in the playoff on for you. And that will count that level of that comments for you. Welcome back for you. I'm not sure you're still in Bangkok. I know you're in Thailand, but hopefully you're doing well. One Week Kings back in the house tonight with the Los Angeles game from Utah. Moderator of the Hockey Nation Show. Exactly what this. I'm impressed with Montreal. They may not win a lot of games, but they will usually give the opponent a very good game. This is really, that's what I'm talking about. It's about the competitiveness of what they did so far this year. 0-0 between the Flame and the Capitals tonight. After about 6 minutes. William McClary back in the house tonight. William McClary. Hopefully you're doing well from Ontario. Thanks so much, great save. I've been hard out for them and the most game this year. That was my comments about that. Boston goalie, Ulmark or Swimmen. I will go with Swimmen for you. I believe Swimmen is 24, 25 years old. Coach, are you right? I don't know yet. But I'm going to look about this, guys. When I give you information, I want to know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't like to give you approximately, but I try to nail it. 25 years old. Here we go. Jeremy Swimmen is in the house. I will go with him for you about this. Ulmark, 30 years old. 30 years old. So I think that's a little bit advantage for that. Randy Walkman is in the house. Good afternoon, Randy. About that, I think you just on the clock at 6. So good evening, Mr. Randy. Don't forget to get on the like. That'd be awesome. My other draft team make the playoff. Here we go, Steve G, all the way to the end. Congratulations about that. The Minnesota Wild signed the Ramos Compelling 3 years contract at $2.6 million. For that, she said, evening, here we go. Randy, we understand, Randy, no problem. We're all good with that part. Couple of people. Bob's is in the house tonight. Washington take goal, take the lead 1-0 against Calgary. Dylan Strome scored a goal. This is good for my pick of the day. Have a good day. William McClary, Sharks have lost the last 13 of the 24 game with a projected 3 more wins this season. They are going to need a bigger boost for Celebrini. William, they need that one for sure. William, about that. King of Gamer Fantasy Playoff Day begin tonight. King of Gamer. There we go. That's what we talk about, Mr. King of Gamer. Nicolas de Gobi-Bono, welcome back in the house. Nicolas de Gobi-Bono, thanks for with us. What about our friend RDP? RDP directly from Newfoundland. RDP, Buffalo Sabres. I wish they win again, the Detroit. Why you like prefer it? But no, it's just I like sometimes the at the end team can push another team. Like I think it would be more fun to the race at the wild card. Now with that loss, they push them. I think 5 points behind. It will be very hard RDP. But what a great run at the end of the year so far for them. Flame adds appear. Randy Walkman. That's 13 of the 14 games. Sorry, big down William. They have decided to play cheese tonight from the Flames. Capitals, the Washington Capitals, guys, I don't know how they do that. I didn't watch a lot of games recently for them. Without the, Manta, Kuznetsov, they're hanging there. They win those games 2-1, 3-2 by 1 goal. And they're hanging there. They beat, again, Vancouver 2-1. Can they beat the Flame tonight? And they're getting closer to the race. No one put Washington in the playoff. It is what it is. They don't have to watch Cold Franchise, Sharks, Columbus, Sugar, and Arizona. All are worse for you. About that, 1-0. Dylan Strome, that'd be great. Scored a goal. Player 93, Montreal is an Ontario highway job, 5 years rebuild. I would agree with you. It's a 5 years minimum. And the process of that part, we have a big conversation last night, Rito's rebuild. And I will disagree whatsoever. I respect I can understand his point of view, by the way, from Marco. When you think about this, I made the clips and I listen again more. And when you talk about Chicago, they trade Brandon Agel, they trade Alex DeBrincat, and they trade Kirby Doc. But those players was at 24 and 25 years old. Both players, and the Doc was at 21. I understand that. But what happened in Montreal, did not trade the 20, 22 years old. They don't have anybody at 24. And they trade Toffoli and the rest. That's the reason I said this is a rebuild for the Montreal Canadiens. And the rebuild, guys, whatever who they do, it's a 5 years. Minimum. The first 2-3 years, it's about get out all the bad contract, get out the player you don't want to be in the future with you. During that time, the first 3 years, you accumulate asset. With those assets, you get picks in return. Those picks, during the first 3 years, you develop them. And they are lucky, can Hughes and Gordon. They got from Marc Bergevin, Caden Coley, and they got also Cole Caulfield. And they got already trade for Nick Zuski. So what they add them is honestly Doc, and they add New Hook as young players. Now they got on the NHL draft, of course, David Rebacker, Uri Sakoski, right? And the rest of all those players, like Mayu, they're coming from Marc Bergevin. So they accumulate. This is the year now, this year. They have to still next season, right? They're going to get a good first pick this year. Then after that, next year, if they can finish to the bottom 10, by the way, next year, guys, 2025, I did some search yesterday, and they have a lot of great center. And 2025, they have a lot of good forward. I will say to you, on the top 10, there are maybe 2 defensemen only. it's all about forward next season. Michael Misa, Angels for the USA, more. They have a lot. It's a Fondell, I believe, for the Sweden players, and they are really good hockey players. Anyhow, this is happening year number 3. Then year number 3, you are going to have only 2 bad contracts from Montreal, Gallagher and Anderson. I don't know when they're going to keep them. But then, after that, year number 4, at the beginning of year number 4, now you're going to have some players coming from Lane Hudson, Rebecca, Mayu, are going to join the Montreal Canadiens. Are going to be ready? I'm not sure. But they are going to develop them until then. That's year number 4. Then you have the development of Sakowski, Cole, Edak, Newhook, and Caulfield. That's not count my first pick this year. That's not count my other pick next season. That's count 2 of them. Joshua West part of this part. Now, can they trade for someone to the top 6? Can they trade another, or they get a UF3 and 2025, year number 4? This is going to knock the door at year number 4. Year number 5, this is where I believe they're going to be very close to the NHL playoff. This is where they're going to be between 15, 14 to 18. Year number 5. Not guaranteed yet. Year number 6, that's what it should be there for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's what I believe. Could be completely wrong. A bad trade, a bad injuries, who knows? But that's what I believe. I don't talk about Jacob Fuller yet, by the way, and the goaltender and the defenseman from Russia. And what about Kapanen, Owen Beck, the prospect Montreal Canadiens? The time will tell us, but this is the way I see. And that's not including, guys, all the trade they can make. Because usually to have a better team, you have to make a trade. Every team make trade. Every team make some trade. But the time will tell us about this. RJ Calabro signed Sam Morton for 1-year contract. RJ, it's over. Flame have no show up for Randy. Talk about the game tonight. The ad goal differential does not tell the whole story. Maybe other 5 game we have been in the red game. Even if we lose 5-2 like last night, we were close for a lot of game. And then I agree with you about this. This, a goal differential, they give you an idea who's going to make the playoff or not. But sometimes you have to go a little bit more. You have to dig a little bit more. That's what I did for you guys. For you, minus 23, cannabis minus 5, but at minus 50 for that. RJ Edmonton, 2 years contract at $1.7 million for Edmonton. Signed at Connor Hunger. Got signed a cut of him at home at Montreal. I met him. Wonder what is worth for you. Not sure about that. Trade us back at Kadri, Randy. Calls you at 7. It just make a mistake and said evening. Oh no, I see Randy about that. Tampa Bay is getting her act good together. But the 5 team below them keep losing. Could you only win final wild card, William? Who do you think will have a better career in NHL, Rebecca or Hudson? I don't know yet. I'll be honest with you. There are too many things going on with both of them. One is to see how Lane Hudson is going to react in NHL. I expect a lot from him. I expect a lot for both. The Rebecca situation, for me, he have more chance because he's bigger, because he's a defenseman, play on the 3 zone very well. More at Hudson. Hudson have more offensive on his side. But again, it's, it's, I can say to you Rebecca, and then it could be Hudson. Yeah, nothing I can prove to you right now is going to be. I just feel like both of them is going to be a good career for me and NHL. It's the second pairing. First pairing, the time will tell us. But for me, Hudson have more chance to become a second pairing defenseman. Time used like Girard said to you, compared to Quinn Hughes. At this moment, in my opinion, Rebecca have a little bit chance to become a top pairing compared to Hudson. But again, for me right now, Rebecca and Hudson are a second pairing at this moment. Luciano is on the house tonight. Welcome back, Luciano. King of Gamer is on the house. Coach, the Wall are on the mission to think they can make it. No, King. Obviously, I don't see that. Um, it will be it will take a Vegas or a Nashville completely lost maybe 11 of the 15 games remaining, right? And then the Minnesota have to win 12 or 11 of their last 15 games. I don't see that for that. Washington played hard game and the end could they beam out the Detroit Red Wings. Yeah, William, it could happen. At the end of the day, William, I feel like you have right now the wild card is the Washington Islanders, Flyers, and the Detroit Red Wings. They are the 14 of that. I think Tampa Bay is going to slip everywhere. It's going to be the third position of the Metropolitan Division. It could be something with Islanders, Flyers, or the Flyers can holding this or not, and the Islanders or the Capitals can slip out. And then maybe the Flyers come back on the wild card, and maybe one of the two teams I'm talking about, they can put them out. It could be at the end, guys, to have fourth team on the division, on both divisions at the end. Draft player getting younger, rebuild will take forever now. Let you know, draft and draft trade. They will accelerate the process, guarantee. Look, Montreal have been rebuilding since 93. It was is a 5-year stuff. I disagree completely, guys. I don't know. This has happened a lot of time. People talk about 1993. I did not see any GM Montreal Canadiens completely put everybody out and then they try to rebuild. This is an expression about someone maybe frustrated about the Montreal Canadiens. I don't know. But Montreal Canadiens, in my opinion, if you look about every year, every move they make, there are no one said and the mic at any moment for the owners, for the general manager, for the assistant general manager, for the VP said, we're going to rebuild. No one and no time. I did not hear this from Marc Bergevin. I did not hear this from Bob Gainey. I did not hear this from all the way to Régent Hall if you want to. But this is not true. Montreal Canadiens never decide to rebuild like they did with Ken Hughes and Jeff Gordon. This is for my opinion. I respect your opinion, Luc, but this is up to you. But I just try to clarify the facts. That's all. This I'm coming to the show to clarify the facts sometime. That's it. But again, if you think this is what the Montreal does, is they build since 1993, but that's your own opinion, Luc, about that. Why you get frustrated, Cole? It's because for me, it's not true. That's the simple reason behind that. That's the reason. If it was true, I would say, look, you're absolutely right. They tried to rebuild since 1993. But it's not true. They start to rebuild the team, and when they hire Jeff Gordon and Ken Hughes in 2022, since that month of January and February, this is they decide to rebuild the team with the agreement of the owner, Josh Molson. That's what happening. This is what happening. Thanks for all the like we got so far. Washington, congratulations to Patrick for the first one. And I thought that's what I think it will happen as well. The owners does not want to lose so much revenue and only make a series more for a small period of time than full again. What's fun to me is bad as the app have done point-wise. The hype around the team is ticket sell for William. Yeah, look, as Montreal now, and we're going to say up. Here we go. Some people insert to look exactly for you. Does not mean they will win the cup, obviously, but they will be playoff bounce very soon and compete for years to come. That's what my expectation in Atta for that. Again, it could be changed. It could be old. We don't know the future. We don't know what could happen. But you have to write for you for an Atta about this. It's trying to make the hype around the app very high. Lows at ticket are sitting better conversion area. The hype was high as been when it says this a few weeks ago. And I will say to you about this, William, is the Martin St. Louis impact around the Montreal Canadiens. William, this is Martin St. Louis. The hope, the excitement, the way he controls everything on the French side, on the media, the way he speaks, the way he talks, and the way the Montreal Canadiens act, this is the hope of the fans. So you don't have a slight side of the frustration fans around. They're always going to be there. You're going to have always the hater. You're going to always have the troll, right? But the fan base and the most fans knows hockey, or they really know more about the stay behind your team. They are there at the end of the day. So that's what's happening. Luke said, and after that's only because all the strange stuff going on because of the COVID and the bubble. You're absolutely right, Luke. You're absolutely right. It's all about French stuff. But did they make it or not? Because they have other team could make it. Why did they make it? That's the point. That's the point behind that. I see Montreal Canadiens draft Carey Price. I see Montreal Canadiens draft Max Pacioretty. I see Montreal Canadiens trade for Thomas Vanek. I see Montreal Canadiens trade for Piquet Subban for Weber. And I can go all the way like that. They trade for Brian Giunta. So you think they rebuild since 1993, I can go all the way like this. For me, it's not true, in my opinion. That said that, they have been successful all those years, not at all. Now I can tell you this is really what I feel about that, right? They have a lot of bad years during 1993. But when you said they rebuilt to 1993, no, I disagree. William, because AB and the NHL are doing a fantastic job marketing and the growing, so it's the next world ever since. Thanks so much for that. For you to agree on the point, plus the fan, they all generally love the team. Get that look, they beat the top team. That's not look. They would have been a cup winner if healthy. That's not an accident. Plus, the playoff many other as well. Lennartson, a second pairing, if you compare his stat to the past players, it reflects him to have a 76% chance to be a star player. Coach Money Park is where I got the stats from it because those use. And again, and I said, it's not guaranteed it's going to be a first round, first there for you. The stat he create an NCAA at 1.34 point per game average is great. The 48 point he put last season is amazing. 44 point years right now with less game, and he could be add more point. It passed his record from that this year compared to last season. It's extraordinary. But at the end of the day, that's not guaranteed when you Lane Hudson is going to be a first pairing in NHL. He will need to improve his defensive zone coverage. He will need to improve his battle 1 versus 1. So that's the reason I would say that he had no guarantee of his development and how he's going to transport his hockey from the NCAA to NHL. The time will tell us. Well, okay, I could still use 3 more fights, seriously, no second one. William, the experience is also a lot better. The 4 game I won to the season has been fun to the hell of it. They are building the right way, and the consistency and the stability for the long time come. Upcoming talent compared to before the offensive improvement. Ski is getting to the best offensive players in the year. Caulfield is at the core. Ski is your first start building around them. I agree with you, Steve. I will add a defenseman on that lot with them. But yes, they are really where you believe. And that's the reason I think Montreal Canadiens to add another one this year. That would be that building with that. Can you consider Rebecca? I think Rebecca is going to be one of the best defensemen for the Montreal Canadiens overall, over other defensemen. By the time we tell us, I still have whatever. Ellen love Logan Mailloux. I'm skeptical about Logan Mailloux. For me, is, you're going to laugh at me, but is another Mike Madison. What you talk about? Great offensive players, right? He's great at the blue line to the goal line. Great shot, strength shot. He can score, right? But the other side, turnover. He's going to struggle on that side. He needs to improve, honestly, his defensive zone to be a second pairing defenseman in NHL. But still young, still a lot of hockey in front of him. I believe on him, but I feel like Rebecca is better a package deal overall. Defensively, offensively, 200 feet, great hockey sense, less power on his shot, but great way to IQ for him. Hudson is going to be all depends his defensive zone coverage and his physicality. How he can carry on the 150, 160 pound to 175. How he going to skate with that kind of weight on his body. That's a questionable about that, of course, for him. So, Gaden Coley, this is the one I would said to you, Steve, with Sakaski, how the three players I will not trade. None of them. No, three of them. I will keep all three for sure. I will maybe listen for Cole Caulfield with the right deal. King and the Blues at the wall are 4-5 point out. They are not that far away. Coach, 3 game. The Blues play Vegas and Nashville. Comes during the rest of the season. They will play Vegas and the Blues. And the rest of the season, you're absolutely right about this, King, about the number of the point for that. For the Blues, Nashville, and Vegas go tonight. The Minnesota, you want to talk about this, right? Vegas have 1 game in hands. They are 4 points in front of the Blues on this moment. And then the Minnesota Wild have 5 points behind Vegas, and they have 1 game in hand for Vegas. So if Vegas win, that will give 7 points behind Minnesota, guys, with only 14 games to go. It will be hard. Secondly, I will say to you, the Blues is full W right now. Do you expect is the team can play right now for the next, I don't know. I will say to you, the next 5 games, they are going to win all those games, and the Vegas going to lose all those games. King, right? They have to play Dallas, Carolina, Nashville, Edmonton, Calgary, Vegas go tonight, Colorado for Minnesota, for the Blues. But they have Ottawa, Minnesota Blues have a game. So one of them is going to kill each other, right? Then Calgary is not going to be is very easy. They have the Sharks, that's number 2. They have San Jose 3, Anaheim 4. And that's it. Well, Chicago 5. 5 of the 14 games this remaining for the Blues, all good. So this is a good news for them. King. Meanwhile, the Vegas have to play Arizona, Anaheim, and Chicago. They have 3 low games for the Vegas Golden Knights. The Golden Knights, the Columbus Blue Jacket, by the way. So if you balance everything to come back at the time of the year, it's really difficult. Again, everything is possible, King, about that. I'm not negative or whatever it is, but I don't see that. John Gregor is in the house. Welcome back, John. Thanks to be with our Canadian show. Hopefully, you don't know that. Daryl, you have to crash the rebuild. Might range draft pick, main filler. A long term, Daryl, I would say to you, yes. Now, one thing, if you can get a good year of the NHL draft between 16 to 30 to 45, and you pick 1 or 2 good pick right there, it can turn around to be quicker. but constantly at that between 18 to 25 every year. Montreal, and how many times they got 25, 26, 24, 25, 26? I'm talking about, Sherback example, McCarron, Poland, all those three players, guys, Dinardi. I think Dinardi was a bit lower. But they are most of them between 22nd or 26. So it's hard year after year to get always the right players already. They let go Jake Aldanger. They let go McEnvoy. They let go, not McEnvoy but yes, before that, but early. But they let Adrian Camp. And I can go like I did a video about that, by the way. So, yes, Patrick, I told you. Madison is the best skater for the Montreal Canadiens. Yes, maybe not the best player, but a good skater. Now, Renault, welcome back. I can not be frustrated. Hughes and Gordon are not a genius. I don't think. I can you not be frustrated? Hughes and Jordan are not genius. I don't think. But this is own opinion. I never said in the show they are genius like live right now tonight. What I believe they are maybe one of the best management I see Montreal Canadiens for over 40 years. We have to go all the way to Serge Chavard. This is the first time I see structure, planification, culture, foundation. This is what I feel from what they have right now. Nothing guaranteed there. But I would just said to you, Leon, I disagree with you about that for that. But again, I did not consider them as a genius. How my feeling are, I feel good about this. I have a hope. I'm really excited about the Montreal Canadiens. This is what I'm feeling. You could be disagree about that. It's okay. And I don't have no problem with that part for that. Sebastian Nehuk challenged that, but that's not bad either. Baron was a skater thought what she was this around. After winning another they demanded the team just like Chicago just did, and you're all calling that a rebuild. So what is its friends? Look, when they won the 1993, right, for the Montreal Canadiens, let's see what we got here, Mr. Luc. Because sometimes you have to go there, right? You have to get the facts about that. So they won the game in 1993, right? And then they lose in the quarterfinals. 1994, and then after that they make Mr. Luc, they make the playoff in 1997, 98, 97, 96. So if you think about your rebuilding in 94, 95, right? I'll give you name, player play. Brian Bellows play for that team. Bergeron, Brisebois, Bruno, all player was there. Vincent D'Anfos was part of this one. Desjardins, it was there that year. Luc, John Leclerc, it was still there. Malakov, it was still there. Petrov, Odenin, and I can go like this right there. Matthew Schneider was still there. So after that, if you can go 1995, 1996, look, right? Brunette was still there. Brisebois was still there. Daniel Danfos was still there. So I don't know. When you talk about this, they make the trade for Patrick Roy, the conversation, but they never decide to rebuild after that. They have really bad years between 99, 2000, 2001 for 3 years over there. This year, guys, they will equal the 3-year no playoff for the first time since 2001. Since 2000, look. 93, look, right? You want to get rebuild? Look, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 years they make the playoff. Look. 16 years they make the playoff. Look, you want to go until 2010? 2010, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of the last 13 years they make the playoff. Look, I don't know why you see rebuild. A team rebuild, look, is a team that does not make the playoff. Is a team completely turned the lineup completely, and they gave everything out, and they only focus on the first round pick. I don't see that. Look, again, I'm not against you. I just try to show to you exactly what's happening there. Right? 1997, Danforth was the captain for the Montreal Canadiens. We talked, look, after 4 years after the season, right? At 1997, 1998, Danforth, it was still with the Montreal Canadiens. 5 years after the Montreal Canadiens, look. Now, 1998, 1999, Danforth is still there. He's still with the Montreal Canadiens, right? Until the season 1998, 1999, look. 6 years after they won the Stanley Cup. Look. Vincent Danforth. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Anyhow, let's move on. Gym meeting right now talking about increasing the OT to 7 minutes next year. Interesting about that. Perrin was very fast. One of the best skaters, Sebastian. Question, will Florent Jacquet be in the NHL next season? No. Why? Because the rules and QM and CHL. So he did not have 4 years full. He did not start his career at 16 years old. That's the only way he can play his last season or his 5th year, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right? That's very important. He start 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. At 20, you can become eligible to play in American Hockey League. So, no. He make the Montreal Canadiens or he return with Brantford. That would be great for him to return over there. I think that would be satisfy his confidence and get better overall. How far do you think the Kings can go in the playoff with the team they have? Second round pick. Second round for me, King. And that's it. If they play the Edmonton Oilers, that'll be really hard. That would be the only way they can go through, in my opinion, is Dalbot play over his head. That's the only way. I don't see that. King. Where Byron was a waiver from the Calgary Flames. I personally think a second or first round. I like the Kings, but they have too much. Going for the Canadiens to rebuild it. It's ridiculous. It's frustrating. Okay, it's not natural. The France. It's not ridiculous, guys. I don't know why you feel so frustrated about this. This is what they decide to do. Nothing wrong with that part. Nothing wrong with that part. You want to have a team can only play 82 games and maybe make the playoff and maybe after that be out of the first round. They decide to go all the way down and they restart everything. Nothing wrong with that part over there. Oh boy, hope she's not listening. Peter smelling. I said, look at the channel. He's talking years to rebuild his marriage. She's not with Sebastian. About that. While Coach Caulfield, you will trade unbelievable, is more a face for this franchise and he's just having an historic unlucky season. I will repeat to you for the right package, I will trade Cole Caulfield. So I will take a Rantanen versus Cole Caulfield. I will take Chevnikov over Cole Caulfield. And I can go all the way like this. I would take Brady Tkachuk over Cole Caulfield. I'm talking about the right deal, right? The right deal. The right deal. Evan Alexander, I hope they take a 4.6 year to rebuild. I hope so, Evan. I think after 4. Historically, Cole only been in the league a couple of years. You're absolutely right about this, Steve. 4 years, I believe now, if you calculate the time he played in the playoff. They will beat Calgary. Or Jay. They signed Wayne Simon. The Flyers will sign 1 year contract to celebrate his career on Saturday, April 13. I think it's 1 day contract, RJ. I think so. For that, Wayne Simon is represented by Wheat 1 o'clock. I like it. Repetition. Co-Oilers Jets. Okay, Vancouver Canucks. Physio. Cannot tell me his talent reflect a 7.5% percentage. You don't just drop from 6.7. It's unlucky next season. Caulfield will be better. So for more slump. You'll be better for you. Right? Now, the expectation from his 26 goal and 48 game, right? Everyone was expect to be at 35 goal, 40 goal, 45 goal this year. If he's come back to 7 to an average, the average is 10.4 or 11.4 average shooting goal. That gave him approximately 36 goal, 38 goal per year. Maybe I'm off a little bit. So is it good enough to go that way? Again, I'm not against him. I just said for the right deal, I was maybe trade Cole Caulfield for the right deal. Again, a Rantanen, a Chevnikov, a good goal scorer in NHL. William, greeting. Roger Delaney is in the house. Welcome back, Roger. Thanks to be with our Canadian show. Something great. I think Jake will lose his career losing to the old man. What did I get to do with hockey? L. Ansel is in the house. Mr. Hockey News Report. Wow, from Connecticut. Welcome back, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. Thanks for all the likes. Tessa, Facebook. Tessa from Miami. Go Bruins. Hopefully they're going to be better this year during the playoff. Tessa, wish you the best. Hopefully you're doing well, you and your family. From Miami. Thanks to stop by, say hi. And hope you see you. Bob's Simon have a pretty decent career before arriving in Toronto. Absolutely right. Guys, I understand you talk about Toronto, but he has multiple injuries after 30 years old, and he was struggling after that. But what a great career with the Flyers. Talk about Tom Wilson. This is the Wayne Simons and many goals, 30 goal season with the Kings after that. And then after that, he dropped, unfortunately, for that. William, Sharks have not had a top 3 pick since 1998. For that, if Madria making the playoff, do you think Nashville is going to get better or worse next season? Are they out training or they wrong with the pressure they have? They're going to get better. They have a couple of prospects coming very soon. They're going to have another great pick this year. Their best player are on the signature. The key now to see next during the summer. If I'm Barry Trotz, it's really hard to say that. But do you trade for Saros to get good players helping the Nashville a long term? They're going to have a lot of money to spend on UFA, by the way. So do you go that direction? Do you believe it's good enough to carry on with Askarov, or because he become UFA? And I think the markets on off summer would be better compared to the market at the trade deadline. He's still, what, 29 years old? 30 years old? I don't see at 28 for some reason, but I could be wrong. Yes, he's at 28 years old, but he turned 29. April, here you go. That's what I thought. So he turned 29 years old, guys. It's $5 million next year. He's going to be 30 years old. What do you offer him a contract after that? 5 years, 7 million, 8 millions? Do we qualify him as the top 5 best goaltender in the NHL? Do you feel Nashville comfortable? So you know what? He's still young age. We can keep him, bring up Askarov, and sacrifice to get other way to get a plus. Because next year, guys, they're going to lose Barry, Carrier, $7 million next year. Bouvillier, $4 million, $11 million. Zucker, $60 million. So you have 3 next year. Nashville is going to be very interesting to follow. Can they add a Sam Reinhart, a Tyler Toffoli, a Steven Stamkos, a Jake Wanzel? Nashville could be turned around very quickly. Canadiens are only wasting time years to get draft pick. It won't really make its friends. It will make its friends, Sebastian, after 5 years. This is why you don't understand, Sebastian. A rebuild is a 5 years plan. That's what it takes. A 5 years plan. Yeah, okay, I say if Martin is the wrong guy, the app rebuild is going to be much longer. Not say it is, but some of these defensive taxes, lack of the power play, is a concern. Here's the concern. Well, it's a good question when you talk about the concern about Martin Saint-Louis, but you have to look about what he has to deal with a defenseman. He has a 22 years old defenseman, right? He has another defenseman, 22 years old, on his first 2 pairing, right? After that, you have a Savard, 33 years old, should be at the 3rd pairing. He plays 2nd pairing. You have Mike Madison, 28 years old, playing the 1st pairing, should be a 2nd pairing. And then you go back behind, it's another 22 years old, 23 years old. And you have Kovacevic and the mix, who are 27 years old, play, 120 games in NHL only. Put this all together, but you have really an average below defenseman in NHL. If you put this all together, but you don't have great defensemen for the PK, you don't have great defensemen to compete against the best line on the line every night, you don't have a great quarterback power play from Montreal Canadiens at this moment. They patch up with a great performance and up and down for David Savard and Mike Madison, but at the end of the day, they are not first pairing defensemen in NHL. And I'm talking about players like Edmund, Hosey, Carlson in the past, and Letang. I can go all the way like this, right? This is a problem they have. And that's what makes sometimes the coach not to have the best system whatsoever. Some areas of the game are better. But obviously, I think for me right now, Mike Madison's situation, the fatigue of the season catch up his performance right now. He's getting fatigued quicker, faster. He's trying to carry on the 25 minutes. It's not an excuse, but it is what it is. 13 PM, 25 goal season. Bob's. Chicago did not have a cup since 1960. Then they finally got a cup in the middle of 2010. Look, don't act like they did not rebuild either. Chicago rebuild. I showed yesterday, guys, on my video. Do I have it? No, I built after that. Chicago Blackhawks have 5 picks. I did a video. Check the video, guys. I put all the team who won the Stanley Cup, how they build it with the foundation of their first pick. Who they become great team. They all start with great players picked on the top 10 I made the video yesterday. Check. I'm talking about Toronto. I'm talking about Boston. Not Boston. I'm talking about Chicago, Los Angeles, Pittsburgh, Washington, and Vancouver, I believe. You have to pick at the top of the top an NHL draft to get to turn around the things. Sebastian, I will say to you, Connor Bedard. All right, I will say to you, Connor McDavid. Do you think it's good? It's not a good player. Gabriel Estagog, if you want to get there. Mika Retanen, number 10 overall pick. Nathan McKinnon, number 1 NHL. Sidney Crosby, number 1 NHL. Alexei Ovechkin, Malkin. You tell us right now tonight that a draft pick won't help or make a big difference. Remove Malkin and Crosby with the Pittsburgh Penguins, Sebastian, and tell me if that thing would be good. Remove Tresaro. Remove McDavid, and tell me if the Oilers is going to win more games. Remove McKinnon, Ratanen, and McCarr. And tell me if the Colorado is going to be a great team. Remove Matthews with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Only one. I don't talk about Nylander and Marner yet. How they're going to look like. Remove Sebastien Aho. Remove Barkov with the Florida Panthers. You want to go with the Tampa Bay Lightning? Edmund, Stankos. Just remove them right now on the lineup, what they look like. You want to go to Dallas Star? Look about Eskinen, defenseman over there. You want to go Nashville Predator? Roman Hosey. And I can go all the way like this. When you said the NHL draft, the players not make your trends. It's not me telling the truth. The facts tell the truth. It's always about the facts. That's it. I'm trying to mix always the facts together. Do you think the Atlanta Thrashers was a bad market team? Yes. Yes. It was going to be like this forever. Whatever they try to bring a team, it does not work. It does not work in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been there. I live there. I've been hockey around, Macon, Columbia, around. The hockey does not work. Yes, yeah, the Gladiator, Quinette, and the East Coast Hockey League did very well around. Yes, low market, East Coast Hockey League. If you want to target Georgia, guys, put an American Hockey League over there. Just try there for the next 5 years. The NHL. But again, I don't know. You have to look at a person in the house tonight. CG, I agree with you about this. Ottawa will surpass the Habs on that. Après ça, could suspect some team from present day NHL. Si the Canadiens was a less guaranteed to get the first draft pick, then it would be good, but that's not the case. Bob said they don't really ever care about the baseball. The Brave have been one of the most consistent and successful NHL franchises over 30 years. Great Maddox. Who remember Great Maddox? Dale Murphy. Oh, I got that one, guys. What about Bob Owner? Or Bob Owner or Bo Owner? They have a lot of great players play for the Atlanta Braves. Have a tough time drawing fans. Bob's are not losing on purpose or thinking. It's happened because they don't have a good enough team yet. Great point, Peter. Yeah, the fans want this possible to tank, but the player and the management does not believe in that way. Two-zero, Ovechkin score. Mike, Sarkisian 3 years, get 100 points a season, Mike. I don't know about that, right? Mike, we didn't have any players since Kovalev have 1 point per game average, 2008, if I can recall it properly. So to give Sarkisian 100 points, what I'm looking for, Mike, next year is improving his game again, to get a bit more, dominate his game, more physical, more confidence about his game. And everything else will come with time, Mike. If it's happened, wow, that'd be awesome. But for me, it's improvement, progression, and the time will tell us what he's going to be. But Mike, I think we get the right players, Mike. First of all, thanks to be with us. Stop by again next time. And don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. We are here every night talking about your Montreal Canadiens coach. Will you be happy if Montreal select the sniper Cole Ezerman in this year draft? Yes, it depends which pick you get. I don't consider him right now a top 6 for the Montreal Canadiens. So I would not be happy is at number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 example. 7, 8, 9. I will see what we got on the board, but I'll be fine if Montreal select him between 7 to 9. But number 6, 5, 4, no, I don't see him yet right now. Or Shenikov, other player we don't know how their chemistry would be with the Habs. Also lost a lot of morale and less okay about this to the us. I will say to you, for you, a catch-up with the Montreal Canadiens over Cole Caulfield all day long. You bring grits, you bring characters for checker. We don't have anyone close to that one on the top 3, on the top 6. The guys give you 30 goals per year, right? Let's see his stats. All right. He started to play at 18 years old, 19 years old, whatever it was. Right? 22 goals, 21 goals, 17 goals, and 56 games. He had 30 goals, 35, and 30 goals this year. He has 67, 83, and 56 points right now. 112-minute penalty this year, 126 and 117. Can you imagine Brady Tkachuk with Jekai and the same team? If you still have Josh Anderson and you still have Mayu now in the mix of that, all day long. Want to talk about Chevnikov? Let's go check Chevnikov. "23 years old. 1 year draft before Caulfield. Okay? Senny play 20 goals, 24, 15, 55, 30, 23 last year because he was hurt. And this year, I have 17 goals and 47. So he's going to get another 30 goals this year. So you have an average of 60, 69, 55, and 47. 45 this year. The stature of him is a 6'2", 195 pounds. I would take Shevnikov before Cole Caulfield. I love Cole Caulfield. But I have a big body, a Tkachuk on my team, go in the corner. My mother will beat the Flame tonight, Randy. You cannot ask the public to pay more taxes than c'est juste, il y a le chaîne, Habs Nation, RJ 2014. Can you does not speak for me or other Canadian fans is rich privilege and does not take the fans seriously. You need to smart it up. Mr. Larry Lavallee is in the house. Expectations are sky high for the Caulfield. For me, culture, if he does not event for the next season, I'm also disappointed. Is an elite forward. What are your expectations? The point could be next season. It's really hard to set King. I don't know if he'll be recovery 100%, but I will say to you this way, right? When you talk about expectation, you assume, you presume. I will say to you, if he play second center, he play on power play number one, he play about 17, 18 minutes per game. It's a minimum 50 point for him next season. Hopefully he can get a 20, 30. That'll be excellent at 30, 40. But at 20, 30, I will be really happy about that. Sharks 2-0 the Caps. Try to pick up everything. About this. Talk about yes, so should go and attempt to improve the treasury of the team, sell high, especially when you have an SRS and the wings. But this is a good point. That's what I'm just concerned. He's maybe Askarov the best goaltender right now, prospect in American Hockey League to become the best goaltender in NHL. So can he carry on that team for the next 3 years under his shoulder if you get solid plus in return for Saros? I can understand that for sure. Not that maybe to get also a good goaltender backup, like a Jake Allen example. Now I said that not about only performance, but a guy have a like a guy with experience. Will be laugh at me, but a Ken Dalbot with Nashville, a Laurent Bronsois with Nashville, cover Askarov. I think that would be a good deal, but I would not like to have a Zaros goal and then go back with Lance Kennan behind him. Cover him, the young kid with a good goaltender experience in the NHL. Go from there. For you, the time we tell us about Caulfield, I don't see 40 goals for him next year. I see maybe 30 to 35, but I see his number of increasing point would be better, and I see a better complete hockey player. That's what I'm looking for Cole Caulfield. It will pay off a long term. Washington looking well. Ascar looking good. Go leave go. Luciano. Right. Dan, his price contract was still on the book. Yes, Dan is for 2 more years for price with the Montreal Canadiens. That's start next year, by the way. I could be wrong, but I could be right. There you go. 2 more years after this season. So he's going to be in the book for 2 years. Dan, I'm sorry too late on the answer because I'll go all the way back at everyone in the chat. Don't forget, guys, to click on like, subscribe to the show. 3-0. Ovechkin still again one more time tonight. Evan, good night. Not work in the morning. Go Habs, go. Thank you so much, Evan. Have a good night, buddy. Seth, welcome back in the house. Great point, Luciano. I like that. I like that one. It's a little bit slippery. Look. 3-0. Calgary did not score. AK is in the house. Welcome back. Luciano said that they get carried about this. I think they have Folino with them, Luciano, for that. Habs Nation is now also drafted Bill Jarry and that Russian guy, Nepikov. Yapikov. Google, that's right, Luciano. Um no one going anywhere without toughness and physicality. About we have three young first round pick together, Mayu, Baron, and Rebacker on the right defenseman, but all getting pushed around too much. I feel bad for the kid, Luciano. Uh, Ned Yakupov in our tap. They have almost finished the rebuild playoff. 2 years next year push. If the Habs build like the others for the color, they will do a competitor down to the dinner that is rituals for that. Do coach remember them all? Larry Lavallee. I love it. Leave are going to further the flame. Lucky. I love one coach. Start naming the whole baseball players. 3-0. Hank Aaron. Why I did not forget about Hank Aaron. I had a chance to meet him. I was working in the Alabama and Mobile area, and I was doing some work. And then Hank Aaron, born in Mobile, Alabama, and he was part of the Hall of Famer of the Mobile Bay Bear and the East Coast on the Double A team. And he have many times was do the first pitch. I have a chance to meet him. 3-1 the game now. The game I get back for that or Boston tough ask Randy 6-1 Calgary Washington. He gets a 3 point. They got a good situation for that. So this is good. Randy Buckman, that is because the Flames screw up over last couple of years with the player last and trading Rotolina. Kenan Coley visits David Rebacker, visit Logan Mayu. Which player has the most chance to become a number one to defenseman in the NHL? Coley, Rebacker, Mayu. 1, 2, 3 like this. You did it exactly what I'm thinking. Coley, Rebacker, and Mayu. Not even the same backpack as Garfield is CG. For that, Gray for Calgary might have interference with the Cavs goalie. Oh, casual play a fun, omniscience and your face. Physical still and put the point. Night number one team coach is wanting to give a star player for Caulfield, and I will show you a stupid GM. No, look, I will say to you, I cannot understand your point of view, look, but you do a package. Then my point behind that, look, is that I would trade Cole Caulfield for the right deal, right? It will come with more at that level for sure. Look, I agree with what you just said. As a shooter, that's how you can bring a good goal for Calgary. There we go. Rooney. Kachuk is not a leader at Ottawa, Luciano. It would be Luciano. Just give him time. Kachuk is Kachuk, Randy. Maybe a different team. Some have fans like Seven did that about 5 years ago. Fred Zobin and Debres. Here we go. Toronto, maybe. Okay, now I get it. Sebastian, yeah, it's tough to be a Montreal fan during this time. Which amateur league has the most offensive talent? Also, would you be happy if Montreal select a Cole Ezerman? The base the concern of his defense side. I think I answered to you a little bit earlier, King. about Cole Ezerman. I'll be fine to trade him, but I will not pick him before 7, 8, 9. And we'll see what we get on the board about that. Which amateur league has the most offensive talent? It's very different, King. They different play like WHL, OHL, QM play three different kind of hockey. UCHL play another kind of hockey. It's very difficult to say that, King, to say which one because everybody have their own good players. But I would, from my opinion, I always trust a little bit more the WHL versus the OHL versus the QM. But it would be a good fit in Boston all day long, my friend Luciano. Montreal need a Coleman. You wouldn't worry, so they will not make it, but I understand you're an optimist. Doesn't matter if you have a good goalie, if you don't have a top pairing defenseman to help. I agree with you about this. Ron, what all must think the Habs need to do over the summer? Great question about this, Ron. I'm supposed to talk about the subject of the night. I'm getting there. But Ron, if I'm Ken Hughes, all right. First, I will look about what young prospect I can get around the league. I don't say we will do it, but if I can get a young prospect, I don't want to name it because I'm going to get burned again by tomatoes over the head. But if I'm Montreal Canadiens, I would try my first priority. I would try to get a young prospect top 6. It does not work. Now, I say, you know what? I'm not going to make too much change. I maybe let go a Naris, a Kovacevic around the Montreal Canadiens, an extra defenseman out of what I have already, and put a young, maybe one of the 3, Mayu, Rebacker, Hudson. I don't say they all make it. I don't say one of them, the 2 of them. I will maybe open the door if it's happening. I'm being fine if Iris leaving. I can get Barron anyway. I don't have no problem with that part. On the forward, right? Allen out, all right? For me, nothing there. Because we don't have enough forward. It's coming with the Montreal Canadiens, right? We don't have a guy can pick it up and push someone out. We have to seal with contract with Devorak, Anderson, Gallagher, Evans, Armia. That's what we have. Because we don't have a lot of center, I will not trade Jake Evans yet. So I will hanging there until the trade deadline, and I'll open the door for Joshua Webb. I have Kirby Dak now, and that will be hanging there for next year. Can I add one UFA experienced players? Pearson will be out, by the way, right? I don't know. I don't want to name one specific player right now, but a guy UFA can play bottom 6, experience NHL, can take the spot, example, of Tanner Pearson. That would be my suggestion there. That's it, that's all. I will not do a big splash on UFA. At least I get a really good deal. If I get Tyler Toffoli at $5 million for 3 years, I will do it. But it's not necessary. I would like to bring some help on the top 6, but not at really high cost. I'm cheap. But this is what I see for Ken Hughes. That will be my perspective on the upcoming year. Stay low. Try to develop. Try to progress. Try to have a better team with those players I just mentioned to you. And then after that, I'm still not sold on Primo and Montembeault. I would like to get an experienced goaltender on my American Hockey League, join Tobes. I'm not sure if the Finland player is going to returning. If he's returning, I'm okay with that. If not, maybe would like to get a Louis Domingue, a player like that, satisfy my American Hockey League. But that would be my only way I would see that right now. Can they trade Jake Evans, or not Jake Evans, Armia, or a bad contract? But I will keep Devorak and Jake Evans for 1 more year because we don't have enough center around. We don't have, because Alex can pick up your center, But now you open up again your second line, second with this. You want to add a little bit better. I think they need to have a top 6 players somewhere, somehow. Via trade or a UFA at low cost. Good question. I love those kind of questions. We should just move Calgary to Austin. That would be really bad for the Canada country, Randy. I'll be really sad if Calgary leave the NHL. I think they have a good fans. I think it's a good team, good organization for many, many years. Won the Stanley Cup, great tradition. I'll be really, Randy, I will be really sad. Lapierre score, and Drix Lapierre is getting better and better. Thanks so far for the likes. I'll become thinking now. I saw Sandin got an A as well. Steve G, Tage Thompson goal for one Calgary. Hendrix Lapierre. Coach, do you hear about the Russian goalie who has one of the save shot and the last 1-0? Yeah, I said that post a couple of days ago. That is the highest number of the goal save in the world, whatever they call it. Yes, I said that. Hudson, Rebacker, Engstrom, Bison, et Calibo, and Beck, Mézard, Kapanen, Talk, and Rohrer, and maybe, no, Vincent Rohrer and Artap has still one more year contract with Sweden. He signed a 2 years contract in Swiss, Vincent Rohrer. Willie Snyder is in the house. Welcome back, my friend. Willie. Look with the vodka. A2, 2024 ad make the playoff. A2. Christian, be coach. Rebecca need to deliver the merchandise next season. I don't think so. I don't think so. We put some pressure for David Rebecca. He still have one more year. I think first year and Laval Rocket will be good. Arden as another good young player for the Montreal. They got many young talented players. No, it's good to not do well. Udon? You talk about Charles Udon? Udon still play hockey, by the way. 5'10", 190. Alexis Lafrenière, he talked about a real fan was a hard team to make the playoff. Would have been the thrill to meet Hank. Good for you, coach. You're welcome, Larry. Yeah, it was really great to meet a couple of times. Yeah, well, a couple of players born in Alabama, guys. Jake Peavy, remember this picture? Was San Diego Padres before he got hurt. Play with Mobile. Coach or anyone would die at close season look like in 3 years from now? For the next 3 years, the worst thing, not the worst thing, but the thing is going to be a little bit lower. Le channel is going to be Tampa Bay. I don't see better for Toronto. Florida is going to be at the extremist, but it was still there. The Boston Bruins always been there, so I'm not going to give them out. And Pasternak will be 27. McEnroy will be at his best. Boston will be fine. Montreal will be a little bit better. And 3 years, it will be knock the door. Ottawa Senator is so a mess. Who knows? Detroit, I don't see that. So, that's mon résumé atlantique. Where do you see the Kraken going next year? Up and down at the standing? Same situation, King for the Kraken if they don't make any change. Ron Francis is a conservative GM, doesn't want to make a lot of change, and that's what he got. Until you don't get, this is the thing, guys, exactly what we're talking about. Is the team's going to be in the middle, if they don't draft high picks, they're not going to go nowhere. They don't have high picks. Bernier have a really bad year, by the way. 4-1, the Capitals tonight. I keep checking the standing almost every day to see if the Canadiens have a good chance to make in the playoff, how many points they have, and what they make in the standing. Buffalo Sabres 3-1 against the Krakens. I still think we should acquire option for the Blues. Torobchenko is a bottom four. And over Pesada, yes, but it will be the cost. Rebecca is very far away from NHL. Ready? One of us agree. It's still one more year for Laval Rocket, American, for David Rebecca. From there, after that, we'll see with the time. But like anybody else, Jiricek did the same thing. Nemec did the same thing. Those kind of players usually take a 1 year in American Hockey League, and then after that, you should be ready. Right now, Montreal Predict should be on the right D. It's on the site. I thought the Habs could take Calgary at home because the compete level, and I want an attack to have a chance in the position. Well, it's not there. You should put yet the zipper again. So it's a place to make more possible. You negotiate. It's drive me nuts. Larry Lavalley. Forget what it. Not good. There you go. How about that? Biran concussion prone Peter August. Gogo Senator, long season. Try to pick up everything here. Not at all right. David, guys, guys, David Rebecca is going to be a good hockey player in the NHL. I don't know what you're talking about. Look what he did in the last 2 seasons. The kids can play hockey. The kids can play very well hockey. If you have a chance to watch the article about him, if you want to hear comments about Mike Crawford, coach in the Swiss League, about David Rebecca, that's who he is. That's David Rebecca. He's a solid defenseman. I'll give you an example. Let's see the San Jose Sharks. San Jose Sharks. All right? Let's see the stat players. San Jose Sharks. Michael Granlund, 44 points and 54 game. Thomas Erdl, 34 points, 48. The rookie Sutherland, 32 and 67. William Eklam, 30 points, 65. All right? If you look about their stat, San Jose players are very bad. Why they are bad? Because they have a bad team. That's justify them to be a bad players, or because they play with a bad team. The outcome of the team, do you believe, make a team better or a team worse, a player worse? Because you have no offensive. So just give you an idea, because again, you guys, you want to have some facts for you, Roy and Habs Nation. Cleveland, right? First of all, they play with 8 defensemen. This is the rule in the Swiss League. 20 players they play on the roster, not including goaltender. So 22 total. Secondly, Cleveland have the second worst team in the league. That's the first thing. Secondly, they are the number worst team at 5-5 this year. So if you think about offensive side, that's not helping Rebecca. He never had a difficult. He got hurt at the beginning of the year with an injury. He got through 3 coaches during the year for Rebecca. But his play on the ice is pretty good for the data analytic and from the expert follow the league about David Rebecca. He played, his drop is offensive side like the Cleveland, 0.48 at 0.31. He had only 1 goal, yes, an empty net. But Cleveland, who they are. That's what's happening. So when you tell me Rebecca is not going to be a good hockey player, guys, you don't draft a 5th overall pick for nothing. If you watch him play in the last 2 seasons, you're going to realize the kid had talent, is skill. You already get him up on the players without he played 1 specific game in Laval Rocket. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. We gave up already. So if I listen to Habs Nation, Roy, let's trade Rebecca right now to any team in NHL. And let's have Logan Mailloux behind, in front of David Rebecca and Justin Barron. This is what I said. It's hard in Montreal. It's hard in Montreal. The kid did not play any minute. We already consider him not a good hockey player. Let him play 1 other game in NHL. Let him play 1 full year in Laval Rocket. And now in 2026, let me know who is going to be on the pairing defenseman, the top pairing defenseman, or the second pairing with the Montreal Canadiens. Just let me know. Time will tell you. Samuel Montalvo versus Stuart Skinner at 9 o'clock p.m. Cap or dumpster fire tonight. Patrick, at most of the time, only have 1 right-handed defenseman on the starting lineup. A real joke. I disagree with you about this, Patrick. At most of the time, only have a right-handed defenseman. I completely disagree with you, Patrick. David Savard is a player can play the right defenseman in NHL. You always tell me Kovacevic is a right defenseman. He play solid in NHL. How about that? For that. I know the course break. Good night. See you. Good night, Nicolas. On se parle demain. A Shane Wright is legit or a guy who gets sent down a record like a yo-yo, Bob's. I think he's going to be a permanent in NHL. The Seattle Kraken are really patient with him. This is his 2nd year. And the reason behind this, not because he doesn't play well, is because he didn't play a lot of games during the COVID. He missed, 1 full year. And I think they tried to give him more a repetition to play in the trenches, to play in American Hockey League. Have a great year, by the way. But I feel like he's going to be a player in the NHL in the future. Just give him a time, and I'm not negative about him. But now, guarantee a top line, I don't think so. I think it would be a bubble player between the third and second line, but he's going to be great at 200 feet players overall. That's my opinion about Shane Wright. Do they have better to select a Connor Gauthier over him? Maybe. But they have a reason behind that. He fall all the way there at number 4. For that. We're thinking about the tear down. Although would be national, but when you do that, and at that you take a chance and then sorry risk it with your money. About that, I don't know what we talk about. Making the playoff of this year, Cecil, making the playoff this year? No. About that. But that one over there, here we go. We're going to get that one on this one, guys. I have a question for you in the chat. First one, to give me the 5 players play for the Detroit Red Wings on that video I'm going to show to you. Good luck. One you're going to recognize very easy, but just try to bring some fun before I talk about the Montreal Canadiens, why their compete level is impressive. So let's watching the video. Give me in the chat, not only 1 player, 2 players, 5 players all together. Give me all the 5 names of the Detroit Red Wings. Carey, who remember Carey for the Detroit Red, for the Washington Capitals? Yes, you're going to get Fedorov on that one. Of course, 13th goal of the year for Sergei Fedorov. Here we go, guys. This is the play behind the net. Go back to the board and going to pass the puck all the way back at the top. What a great play again. Those players was amazing players for one specific country. And you can see the goal of Fedorov on that one. Here we go. Fedorov, Yamo, Fitzizov, Konstantinov, Larionov, Fedorov. He missed 1 player, so Yamo. Looks at Larionov, CG Fedorov. He's still missing 1 player on that line. All 5 Russian Bobs, you're absolutely right about this. Konstantinov, Bobs on that one. We're still missing 1 player, guys. Larionov, Konstantinov, Kozlov. Here we go. Patrick, the man. So we try to get some kind of clip, guys. I'm going to bring to you when we have a show like that, the Monday night or the Friday night. Show to you a little bit the old time hockey. I think it's good to remember that. Fitzizov. Yes, it was a great year. It was a great team, a great line, the 5 together. How about that? Willie Tachuk, Fedorov, Larionov, Kosnaf, Tazuk was not there that time. On this one again. Of course, guys, we have about 20 minutes to go. I want to talk a little bit what we're supposed to talk about, guys. The ad compete level is impressive. I want to give you a little bit more information about that. If you follow my, we have Marco and me, we talk about is it a rebuild or a retool. You can watch this video, guys, of yesterday I did for the Habs Nation. And I want to share it with you a couple of notes here. First of all, guys, we already know about David Rebacker for the Montreal Canadiens news. He's going to be with Laval Rocket. The Laval Rocket play only a start next Friday. They play 3 games back to back to back. I'm not sure if he's going to play the 3 games with the Laval Rocket. Will be interesting. Martin Saint-Louis news, guys. It looked like the last news we heard or the rumor is about his the youngest son. I don't want to go more deeper about that. But that's the rumor about something happened to his young son, play with the Connecticut Rangers, 15 years old. Hope the best for Martin Saint-Louis, his family. From Ken Hughes, he expect possible not the return of Martin Saint-Louis until the end of the season. The time will tell us. Lane Hudson. But the Lane Hudson situation, guys, Ken Hughes said that we cannot do anything about negotiation contract with him until the season's over. He's getting excited in the hope to see Lane Hudson with Montreal Canadiens, and he expect a lot of good hockey from Lane Hudson when he's going to be with the Montreal Canadiens. The time will tell us, but I feel this is only the time of the Lane Hudson sign his contract when he's going to be eliminated. I believe Boston will see one this weekend. Elias Anderson, guys, the rumor is about him. 17 goals in 41 games this year with the Laval Rocket. Look like he's going to leave the team at the end of the season. He became a UFA, by the way, in NHL. It looked like he's going to return of his country and play next year over there. This is a rumor again. I'm just sharing with you for what we heard about that. For that, Roy Fedorov, concern Fisizov, it's all right, Roy, about that line. So that's happening about this. And that's Elio Biancucci is in the house. Welcome back. Welcome in the house. Coach is a goalie pulled after 10 minutes of play because the score is 4-0, and the other goalie switch if the team come back and win the game, which goalie is awarded to the win. If you have goalie switch and you come back, as the goaltender finish the game, they get that W. If I can follow your information for that. All right, let's move on. That's one, guys. The Montreal Canadiens information I want to share with you why they are competitive this year. But here's the reason, guys. 38 of the 67 game this year. 38. 56% of all the game they play so far. It's a game, one goal game differential. They win or they lose. This is the Montreal Canadiens stat this year. If you compare from last year, it's black and white. They lost a lot of games last year by 3 goals, 5 goals, 6 goals. They really did not compete every game. The record guy is 16-1-1. 16-11-11 and 38 game. Not bad. And for me, this is a winning season for the development and for the progression of the team. Because you want you players face challenge most all the way to the end of the game. And that's the reason I built, this is a great, they played 21 game, I believe, and overtime shootout this year. And this is where you're going to become better, is to face game, a tie game at the end of the game, at 2-1, at 3-2, and losing, winning. This is what you need to become better in NHL. But at the end of the day, Montreal Canadiens have a lack of scoring. Imagine if they have 1 or 2 scorers can get more goals, right? Right now, only 6 players in Montreal Canadiens have a double-digit goal. Compare other teams like Boston, 9, and I can go all the way like this. So with 6 players only, and we talk about 2 players at 10 goals, not good enough. Gallagher, 11 goals. They need more positivity from the bottom 6. Line number 2, line number 3, line number 4. Not good enough. So yes, they compete. I'll agree. I'll believe on this. I'm impressed the way they compete all year long. But the lack of positivity on offensive is the biggest problem right now for the Montreal Canadiens. Until they don't find more scorer, Montreal will have a really difficult time to make those W more often. And I'm going to give you a little bit more. What's going on with the Montreal Canadiens? Their lack offensive. Caulfield, 3 goals in the last 19 games. And they scored the last game. He has only 2 goals in the last 18 games, and that game and the 2 goals are on the same game against the New York Rangers. So he has 0 goal, and the 17 game of the 18 game, he have 2 games of the 19 game, he have a goal. That's not what you're looking for Cole Caulfield. You have a good year. Number-wise, outcome is not there. You still have 20 goals. Elias Anderson. Josh Anderson, 1 goal in the last 22 games. RHP, Marco love RHP, 1 goal in the last 30 games. Tanner Pearson, 1 goal in the last 23 games. Devorak, when he played with Montreal, 25 game, he has only 3 goals. Jesse Allen, 3 goals and 51 game, and he has 1 game of 2 goals. So he have only 2 game of the 51 game, guys, he has goal. When we talk about guys, a player play on the top line, we got about Anderson, second line, third line, RHP, bottom 6, Pearson, bottom 6, Devorak, bottom 6, Allen, bottom 6. My point behind that is this. If you put 10 more goals from them, split this. If you play 38 of the 67 game in NHL by 1 goal, you lost or you win. Montreal could have easily 5 more game W understanding, maybe more. So it's impressive. They compete, but it's discouraged to see the lack of the scoring goal for the Montreal Canadiens. They are 2.72 game goal per game, and they are 27 in NHL, and 42 goal of the 186 goal for they did so far in NHL are coming from the defensemen. They are number 2 in NHL behind the Colorado Avalanche with 54. So you have 1 line score, Sakoski, Caulfield, Zuski. After that, and they have a defenseman score. Imagine the defenseman did not score goal. That would be a very bad problem for the Montreal Canadiens. So we are far to be a playoff team, and we are far to be compete. Montreal Canadiens play 21 games in overtime or shootout. Their record are 6-5 on the overtime and 4-6 on shootout this year for the Montreal Canadiens. Not bad. Like I said, 21 of the... So they have 17 game guys they are winning or losing by 1 goal on the regular time. Montreal Canadiens guys, the first goal, when they score the first goal of the game, they are 16-11-6. And when they lead after 2 periods, they are 16-0-2. They never lose 1 game this year of the 20 game they lead of the 68 game after 2 periods, Montreal Canadiens. Obviously, when they trail, not when they tie, when they trail by 1 goal plus, Montreal are only 4-26-4. But what this is all about, coach? But this Montreal Canadiens have to become a better finisher and the league. What I'm talking about is they need, when they have a trail, to come back and win those W. It's happened, guys, they got only 1 point of the 34 game. They got 8 points of the 34 game when they are trailed at the beginning of the 3rd period. This is what Montreal need to become better as a team together. Again, there's a number. I like to play with number for the Montreal Canadiens. So this is what's happening for the Montreal Canadiens this year for that. About what the reason they are a little bit more competitive for me is the special team, the progression of the power play and the progression of the PK for me. And they have up and downs during the year, but if you look about the number compared last year and the year before that, you have an improvement. William asking me why the Montreal are better in PK. But behind that, you have to give a change in the last 5 weeks. And for me, I have 2 key major and a bigger reason behind that. The Joel Amir chemistry on the PK, the RHP back in the lineup. The Montreal Canadiens are the best team in NHL overall on the PK until the last game in NHL for the last 4 weeks. And they become a team more aggressive on the PK compared to was passive. So they challenge the puck on the wall. They try to turn around the 50-50. They're not passive. They are a little bit more active and more progressive. So this is the reason the PK is looking better. Yes, you said the power play is not strong. But you know what? They're still missing good players on the power play. I still believe Mike Madison, what he does for the Montreal Canadiens is good, but it's not the best power play quarterback you want to get. Until then, that will be a little bit difficult, but it's still better overall. Better performance of Zuski, Sarkoski, and Caulfield. They used New Hook at that moment, whatsoever for me, New York, it would be better to have a Kirby Doc there when you're going to go return. Again, progression, compete level is better. And this one, I'm excited for the Montreal Canadiens this season. The outcome, whatever could happen for the last 15 games for the Montreal Canadiens. So the big subject here, guys, I know a lot of people talk about this. The coach of power play for the Saint Montreal is not too bad, Roy. They have a full game, they have 0, but since that, the power play is getting approximately the same number of the power play. It looked out for you guys, but I will give you send that Montreal Canadiens power play. I don't have the percentage of that. I will send to you for that. Game log. So remember, look about this, Roy. 2 goals in the last 4 game power play. After that, they have 3 games with 0 goal, and then they score 1 goal. And then before that, this is what they have. They miss part of Montreal. But before that, they have still 4 goals after they trade Montreal. After they trade Montreal. So at the end of the day, the power play, it's not too bad overall. But he just had a really bad slump after Montreal left with 5 goals. 5 games with 0. Then he scored 1 goal. They have 2 bad. And then after that, they have goal. And then now they have 2 last part over there. So for me, it's not too bad overall. Guys, Sean Monahan, it was not the only players that carry on all the way the power play for the Montreal Canadiens overall. They have a good performance, but again, it's not too bad, Montreal. And until they don't get a quarterback for that. And we get a first-round pick in return for Sean Monahan. That's a great way for do that. Must think goes at night like a Caulfield starts scoring. That will play a whole season. So I can see the HP. Anderson bounce back with Séprélité. We can be wildcard team witness. I will say to you, for you, I disagree with you. I don't see any improvement for IHP and Anderson. All right. And with Primo and Montembeault, it's not good enough. And your defense are the same. So you're going to see maybe improvement, but all the improvement you're going to get for Kirby Dak, you already have with Sean Monahan departure. So Roy said, look what happened with Sean departure. That's what the number of Kirby Dak at the end of the night for you. So you unbalance, right? But you have to remember, Monahan left the building. So at the end of the day, guys, RHP, whatever you love, RHP is a bottom 4. If you believe Josh Anderson is going to be bounce back, he's the same guy broke the glass behind the net for 5 years now. You can have some hope. But if they don't make any change, bottom 10 again next season. Let's get for a goal, then whatever happens next, go to the backup. You buy it, run that, all right? So technically, you can win with 0 percentage. What the Saints percentage Saint money left, but is one face off a puck position about that. Yes, but Roy, they are rebuilding. They got a first round pick, Roy. You only see the negativity, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Montreal play a good game. It's not good enough. Montreal rebuild. Montreal get a first round pick for Sean Monahan. Saint Monahan left, Roy. What happened with Suzuki? What happened with Sakaski? I see 2 players develop better. Saint Monahan left. So you can look the negativity and always look the positivity. The impact of Sean Monahan gave better time for Sakaski, better chance to score, better with the next skill overall. The power play did not score, but we tell you one thing, the puck possession is really great right now for the Montreal Canadiens. Sometimes they have difficult time because the team is really good on PK, but overall the power play is pretty good. For me, I don't see Monahan departure. I see compared from last season, they compete better. They are more impressive with what they have. We have Mike Madison, guys. We don't have Victor Edmond. We have Mike Madison. Want to tell you one more thing, Roy? Go get Pittsburgh Penguins. Go get the power play. Want to see, guys? All right, let's go. Want to go that way? Facts. Like I said, facts. Fact is always what we're looking for, right? We talk about a team rebuilding. The Montreal Canadiens. Word rebuilding, right? Let's go power play percentage in NHL. Last team, the Flyers. Columbus, the Flames, the Pittsburgh Penguins, Malkin, Letang, Carlson, Crosby, Guenzel, Ross. Right there. Chicago, Ottawa, Buffalo Sabres, St. Louis Blues, Anaheim Ducks, and now the Montreal Canadiens. Rebuilding team. For all the rebuilding team and NHL, the only power play is better is the St. Jose Sharks. Not bad. Montreal Canadiens on the PK before they got two goal last game, they was over 76% from 72.3. Really impressive about that. I like the way they played for the last 20 games on the PK. Right there is not who is the better team. Capitals, the Flame Kings. But the who is better team Capital or the Flame? Two similar teams, I'll be honest with you. I don't have any team. I think both of them are similar. How about that? Caulfield, Ski, Sarkowski, Newhook, Dak, Roy, Amia, Evans, Gallagher, Pesada, Devorak, Anderson, Madison, Coley, Anderson, Sarge, Jacker, Rebecca, Montebo, Primo. That team make the playoff. For you, good luck for that one. I don't see that. For you, I will ask you this question. How many players for the Montreal Canadiens on the lineup you have going to score 20 goals in NHL next year? Just give me right there. Who's going to score 20 goals in NHL next year? Really? Nick and is real. Name me a weakness in that 24-25 coach. I promise I can tell you how no weaknesses. There are no super strength, but you don't need that to make the playoff. For you, all right. You want to talk about Vegas? All right. Defenseman Alex Pietrangelo. Which Alex Pietrangelo we have in Montreal Canadiens? Goaltender, who is like Eden Hill for the Montreal Canadiens. All right. We talk about Vegas Golden Knight, right? All right. Jack Eichel. Barbashev. Max Stone. William Carlson. Jonathan Marchessault. Want to talk about the four line? All right. Carrier. Roy et Colzar. You have Pesada, RHP, and Jake Evans. Compared to Roy, Colzar, et Carrier. And last year they have Riley Smith. Compare the Montreal Canadiens, same lineup, Vegas. I do not talk yet about Hag and White Cloud at the third pairing, and I don't talk yet about Sean Theodore. If you put Sean Theodore with the Montreal Canadiens, who is the best defenseman for the Montreal Canadiens with Sean Theodore on your lineup? If you put Alex Pietrangelo, who is the best defenseman for the Montreal Canadiens? Sakaski, Caulfield, Suzuki, and Dak Newhook, Roy. I was going to tell Andrea Gallagher, Amir can do it, that mark, but I'm not luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players are going to score 20 goals for Montreal Canadiens. All right? But that's it. Who's going to score your goal at the bottom 6? Dvorak, Anderson, Gallagher, RHP, Peseda. Montreal is about as good as Hill. Really? On Sacha Boisvert is a scout. It's like anybody else. Sometimes he's good. Sometimes I disagree with him. But pretty good. A little bit more realistic of his data, of his information sometimes. I disagree with some players he would talk about, but I like his comments overall. Look. For you, Cooley is compared to Pedangelo? Not at all. Not at all. Like, if you put Alex Pedangelo, guys, if you compare right now Alex Ovechkin with a third Kokanemi, there we go. Jesperi Kokanemi versus Alex Ovechkin. Same thing, Alex Pedangelo, Caden Cooley. You're talking about a defenseman, 22 years old, 23 years old. For you. Can Cooley become a good player? Yes. But not the same level like Pedangelo yet. I don't see this yet. New Hope, 20 goal. Yes, 20 goal, guys. It's only 5 players. It's only 5 players, guys. Try to get guys let me check stat right now here. Dax Suzuki, Caulfield, New Hook, 20 goal. Suzuki is compared to Stone. Oh! Caulfield is compared to Marchessault. Well, that's one not too bad because both of them are 30 goals. I will say to you, I agree with that one. Suzuki compared to Stone, not at all. For that, Mike Mason, Sean Theodore, and Alex Pedangelo, for you. It's not the same page for you. He will hit 10 to 20 goals. But that's what they have right now for you. Amir, 11 goals. Gallagher, 11 goals. And Anderson is at 8 goals. That's not changed anything. Mondio 311, L 2.60, points in it, not really close at all. That's my point. Should team adopt the Subban shot from center, eyes at the net, and send the dumping the puck in? I think the puck retrieval and the down end try to battle for 50-50 around every circumstance. When you hit the goaltender, the puck stuck in front of the net. I would say to you, down end would be more efficacious if you want to recover the puck. Collet has all the defensive, a physical, and ever leadership quality with a side less offense. That's accountable. Again, for you, what you said to you is a guy at 26, 27 years old. He's only 22 years old. He's not there yet. He's not going to be there next year again. For that. Here we go. Bob's one of the cup winning 2023 team. The other is on the bottom 5 team. Exactly, not the close at all. That's what we try to give to you. With the team that Canadian got to work with, that they should make the playoff. I agree with not don't pay the puck and all of the time, but remember the line change has to happen. Exactly, Larry. I agree with you, Luciano. Cheer coach, see you all Fox tomorrow. Visit the owners, Patrick. Have a good night. Do you have any prediction on the McKinnon season, coach? Not really. Other than the fact, I believe he's going to win the Hart Trophy, Willie. How about that? So, Madison is the top 10 and the point, along with a younger, a better contract. I take that over them. You're absolutely right about this for you, right? But you're not going to win with Madison and the playoff. You're not going to win with Madison on your top power play right there. You're not going to win with Madison on the PK right there. What you just said, and I'm not disagree with you, but once you put them as a playoff team, they are not there yet. They are far to be there yet. Can they compete level? Yes. They can compete more with Kirby Dak in the lineup? Yes. But that not make them the jumping for 70 points to all the way to 94 points next year. That's an 24 point to get there. It's too much. They are not there yet. This is one more year. They have to be at the bottom 10. Go get another great forward. Next year, guys, be ready. A lot of great players at NHL draft. Michael Mesa, hope they can get that kid or more if they are finished mobile 9, 8, 9, 10. You want to know why? I will tell you why. Because he scored 26, 23, 22, 20 and 58, 28 and 59, 21 and 65, 21 and 55, 17 and 43, 16 and 53, 53, 38 and 48. He has almost 60, 65 points. He's one of the top best forechecker and back checker in NHL. Top 5 every year. Talk about complete players. This is what Mark Stone does. He gave you an average of 25 goals per year, and he gave you an approximately 65 points per game. But look about his season, about plus every year. His plus always been over every year. He's one of the top best defenseman player, defense forward in NHL. Zuski is not there yet. That's my point. Is not there yet. Right? Now you compare a winger to Nick Zuski. All right? Now, people are not going to like that one over there, but Jack Eichel, 78 point and 68 game, 82 point and 77 game. He has 64 and 67. And he had 57 and 61 at 21 years old in NHL. This year at 51 point and 48 game. He had 66 point last year and 67 game. Point wise, Jack Eichel is better to Nick Zuski on point wise. I did not talk about him yet. And after he's working on the next time. About that, for you, Suzuki, 67 point, 24 good defense, first face off, Captain Stone, 24 physical game, physical good defense, captain. About that, so third place next year, Sebastian de East, And after opponent have to use the washroom. Vincent played punch another player so hard in the chest he was able to grab his out. The blood put him on the glass and he called it and went in there. That's coming out from the bottom. The channel. I know, but for you, I like you. I like your hope. I just said I'm just more realistic, guys, about the fact like I don't see Montreal Canadiens to go that level about that. I want to finish with that. I think the Impact want to keep this for Wednesday. Montreal Canadiens run asking me what they're looking for. For me, a top defenseman on the right side or on the left side, but more like a right side. Two top six forward. That will be the Montreal Canadiens before they become who they are. And NHL. Montreal Canadiens prospect, guys. Watch for Kapanen. Have a great year. Oliver Kapanen this year. Angstrom and Hudson are going to be with Montreal, with Laval or Montreal the next couple of weeks. Here for Stone to have the same position as Gill right now and the same gameplay. He will need 10 points in the next 7 game for you. Yes, but the impact of Max Stone with the Vegas go tonight and the impact of Nick Ski versus Montreal Canadiens is completely different. You have to remember, Vegas are top 10, top 12 in the NHL. Montreal is the bottom 5. You tell us tonight for you, Montreal Canadiens are going to try to make the playoff. They will be close to make the playoff. With the lineup they have under contract, like I did a show a couple of days ago, maybe last week, Montreal Canadiens does not have enough players, team, to make the NHL playoff next year. Whatever you love them. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. The athletics division for you is too hard. Boston is a better team. Toronto is a better team. Florida is a better team. Tampa Bay is a better team. And if you compare Ottawa and Detroit, similar. If you do the same exercise right now with Montreal, do the same exercise with Ottawa Senator. One Josh Norris will be back at full time. This is my point behind that. Have you won the art trophy? Have you won the? Yes, Willie. Guy Lafleur. Now, it's a great question, by the way. Come in my head very quickly is the art trophy. I'm sure they have other players who went for the Montreal Canadiens, but right away in my heart, Hart Trophy, him. Ken Dryden did it. Long time ago, Orange Morris. But if you can go, like guys, the time Montreal Canadiens, Guy Lafleur twice. You have to go after that. Jean Béliveau, Jacques Plante, Geoffrion, José Theodore, Carey Price. I remember Carey Price. At the good night, that no, they are cup champion. We are not bottom functions. We have agreement going in there. With them, it's a good sign. The point for you is like because you said the Montreal Canadiens are going to compete for the playoff. That's what you said to us or to me. I just said I don't see Montreal to be ready next year. That's it. I'm not negative, Sebastian. I'm realistic. That's the trend between you and me, right? You want the Montreal make the playoff. You can hope, right? It's not about positive. You hope. Me, I'm more realistic about the facts, who they are. Can they surprise us? Yes. I'll be happy. But I cannot tell you right now, Montreal are going to compete for the playoff. They don't have the roster for that. Whatever you like them, it's a rebuilding team. That's it. Did you get MVP in the initial with the art? That's the same. Did they get the MVP or the NHL with the heart? Yes. Otherwise, Waska also, I believe he can easily be better at Detroit Buffalo next season. Yes, look about him. I don't agree with you. Assessment of Nick is okay at best. He's a minus 19 this year. It will roll minus in this career. Probably is played with two other minus playing in Sakowski Cafield. That's my point behind that. I believe Béliveau and that what need in front of net, Larry Lavallee. But a dumb moment here. The prize won the art, right? You're absolutely right. Why do we need a top six forward? New Hook, Doc, Roy, Suzuki? Because it's not good enough for you. New Hook, he never is going to be a 40, a 30 goal scorer. Roy and Doc are not top six overall, like they're going to be like, I don't know, like Nikushkin and I don't know. They are good, but not good enough. To get that, you need more scorer. And until you don't get, it's not going to happen. That's the reality behind that. Five-two Capitals tonight. Capital 5-2. They don't have any good goalie coach. How do you think they will have going to be better coming in next season with no starter? Would you have ever get this? I think the talented, wise, skill-wise are better Montreal Canadiens overall. Said that, and I'm not saying going to be the top in NHL. I still believe the Montreal Canadiens are not going to be. They're going to fight with again at the bottom of Atlantic season with Ottawa and Buffalo. That's and Detroit. That's my point behind that. All 14 are going to get approximately 80 points, 82 points. One of them maybe go over, but again, they're going to be right there. If you believe Montreal Canadiens are going to be a 90 point plus next year in NHL, I don't believe it at all. I don't see this. I don't see this at all. I don't compare one team. If you want to make the playoff, it's a 93 point a plus for you. And Montreal Canadiens are not there yet for that. At least they make some change. Caps, more than again, quick pop to say, hey, what's up, Marco? Welcome back. 5-2, the Sabres again, the Kraken. Not a problem, Willie, anytime. Sebastian, awesome. If you think that way, I don't believe it. For me, I don't think so. I don't see that yet. Sebastian, don't say you're wrong or right. I just see that. What is your opinion for Hall and Laval? Not bad. Hall, he keep progressing the players. And every player they come back for Laval, guys, perform well. Whatever you don't like it, it's happening. Look, Jaden's trouble. Look, Jekai, when he come back. Look what happened with Joel Amia. Look, Joshua Roy. Look what happened last year with RHP. Everyone go from Laval to Montreal, gave a good hockey for the Montreal Canadiens. So overall, it's not bad at all. It's just this year, we already knew at the beginning of the year, it's not going to be pretty in Laval. They're still hanging there at the end of the year and without a goaltender at the beginning of the year. Imagine if they have a goaltender at the beginning of the year, a guy with experience. Laval will be in the playoff right now. And we start with 11 rookie players in the lineup this year. And they lost Anthony Richard, Belil, and I can go all the way like this. So overall, not a bad. I think Laval with all, not bad at all. Next year will be interesting. Dak, yes, Dak is a second line right there. Little show flash of negotiation. Yes, for you don't understand. They are not there yet. This is the problem, you don't get it. They are not there yet. They cannot go to score 30 goals next season, Juan Newhook and Doc. They are not there yet. They are maybe 2, 3, 4 years before they become that kind of player you want to wish you're going to get. You want Coley to be better to Bernangelo. He's not there yet. Can he become better or same level? Possible. But it would take 3 years before they get that level. This is what you guys, you don't see, you and Sebastian. You only hope. It's not going to happen. They have no experience yet. They have to learn, right? They have to get there. And last year, I'm sure you are the one tell us, but you want to hear. But I'm sure you hope last year, RHP 14 goals and 34 games. OMG is going to score 25 goals next year. Yeah, 1 goal in 30 games. Could happen to Joshua Roy. So time will tell us. Bright spot on the roster, but far too many big problems and the solve the problem. One of the biggest problems on the sold by trading. Adam, great point about that. Got everyone next season, Sebastian, about this. Here we go. That's a great. We go over the lap of the time tonight, guys. I was supposed to be here for only 2 hours. You keep me awake all night because you put me on the. Sebastian, you need to get out and enjoy live at proper more. We're really nice, guys. Us a chance. Here we go about this one over there. Larry gave a great information about this, guys. Here we go. That's not make them a playoff, Marco, and NHL at 94 points with whatever you want to bring Newhook back and Roy second line. It's not good enough. You don't have enough positivity on the bottom 6 at the end of the night. That's what we're talking about earlier. You're welcome, Mr. Nartap, everybody. Ron. We want to thank all the moderators tonight. Pop up tonight, Ron and Luciano and Nartap. RJ Calabo deliver some information about the game with all the fun news around the NHL. Awesome. RJ does this. How do people click on the likes? We appreciate that. Great comments for you and everybody else in the chat. Without you, the show would be impossible. Great evening, guys. I can't wait to be back tomorrow night for the game between the Montreal Canadiens and the Edmonton Oilers. Oof. The machine of the Oilers again, the Montreal Canadiens. They can have a good compete. I believe Montreal can compete tomorrow night. Hopefully, that will be fun to watch the game after loss of 5-2 against the Calgary Flames last Saturday. Montreal played tonight. Tomorrow again the Edmonton. Thursday again Vancouver. Sunday again the Saturday Kraken. We are off this week. Saturday night. So I look forward to see you each one of you tomorrow night. Don't forget locker room report Wednesday night. Fun Friday night. of course. And then the Thursday night, we have the Montreal Canadiens against the Vancouver Canucks. What a great night to start the week on the Monday night with the Habs Nation Podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. I can't wait to see you until the next time, guys. I wish you an amazing, great night, a sweet dream. And of course, we want to remind you, you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Yes, you have greatness inside of you. It was a pleasure to carry on this show all the way to the end. Over 2 hours tonight. Great comments in the chat. It was really vibes by different comments. And of course, we want to remind you one more thing. Be well, be healthy. Find a way not only dominate your day, but find a way to dominate the first half of what? But Nicolas is in the bed. So he cannot set 2024. So we're going to expect Luc Lafortune set 2024. KLS is in the house. Welcome back, KLS. Don't forget to click on the likes. And of course, the Hockey Nation Show, the Habs Nation. I want to tell you one more thing. We love you, people. Have an amazing, great night. See you next time. And we wish you an amazing, great weeks, by the way. Here we go, Lucky. Have a good night, Luke. Booyah!